Hi. Welcome to another 5 horror movie fun facts starring me. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've made a post like this, and that's mostly because of a lot of things. I was sick, things were going on. My life has been full this past month, but I wanted to come back with something topical because of all these things going on, I also am really behind the curve on my horror movie watching. So, in celebration of my watching The Bride this weekend, probably, I wanted to bring focus to another Bride of Frankenstein movie. Let's get into it. Today's movie, The Bride, 1985. I know. There's another Bride of Frankenstein movie? Yes, there was another one in 1985 starring Sting and Jennifer Beals. So, fun fact number one. So, this movie is the remake of the original 1935 Bride of Frankenstein, but it is not a sequel. What I mean is, the original Bride of Frankenstein was a sequel to Frankenstein. This is not that. This movie was the first and up until fairly recently, only standalone Bride of Frankenstein film in existence. So yes, it stood on its own for for 30, 40, for a long time. Fun fact number two. Actor David Rappaport almost died during the making of this film. Now, in this movie, he plays a circus performer, wherein there is a scene where there's a great disaster in the circus tent that he is performing in. It was supposed to be a big fire in the circus tent, and that it was. It was so big that the special effects man didn't realize that David Rappaport was trapped and in trouble. See, he was stuck kind of high up in the air when everything was happening. So it took him a minute to actually figure out that Rappaport was in danger. He was finally let down and brought to safety. But shortly after, and I do mean shortly, the tent burned down in about 4 minutes' time. Fun fact number three. Okay, so there is kind of a name switcheroo happening in this movie. If you know anything about Frankenstein, you know that Frankenstein is the name of the creator of the monster and not the monster itself. And you probably also know that the creator's name is actually Victor Frankenstein. Not so much in this movie. The scientist that creates the monster, however, in this film, who's played by Sting, by the way, his name is Baron Charles Frankenstein. Doesn't have the right kind of sting, does it? Sting, get it. Fun fact number four. When this movie came out, the original Bride of Frankenstein was still alive. This movie was released on the anniversary of the original Bride of Frankenstein movie. And Elsa Lanchester was still kicking at that time. She was in poor health. I don't think that she went to the premiere or was connected to this movie at all, really. She actually ended up passing away a year later. But yeah. 1985's The Bride lives in the same space as the original actor for The Bride of Frankenstein. And finally, fun fact number five. The critics hated this movie. Hated this movie. To this day, it holds a 27% review on Rotten Tomatoes. At the time, Gene Siskel called this film a letdown, and he said that he labeled the film as, and I quote, a female Frankenstein morality play intercut with sort of a human version of Dumbo. Ouch. Stephen Holding of the New York Times said that the screenplay was structured as an allegory relating the Frankenstein myth to Pygmalion and Beauty and the Beast. He also called it a forced and heavy-handed version of those films. Yeah, he also said that Jennifer Beals' performance was, his words, sinks this already muddled mess of a movie like a stone. Which for me, since I love bad movies, that's all I need to hear. If I hadn't seen it already, I would go watch it now. And here's a bonus fun fact for you. Carrie Ellis is in this movie. Yeah, he's really pretty too. Young Carrie Ellis, pre-Princess Bride Carrie Ellis is in this film. Yeah, so that's it for today's 5 horror movie fun facts. Join me again next week when I shall have another. Goodbye.